Hi everyone, I really wanted to just take this time before we started your reading to let you know how so very grateful I am to each and every single one of you for all of the well wishes and even remedies that you guys have shared with me to help me to get better and uplift my spirits during this time. Honestly, I just ended up getting sick out of the blue and it hit me so incredibly hard. And so, of course, my first thought was to think, okay, I've got the coronavirus, which, until you get tested, there's just absolutely no way to really know one way or another if you have it or not. So, long story short, my husband and I ended up having to go get tested. And at the time of this recording, we're actually still waiting for our results. But just based off of how I'm feeling at this point in time, my gut is just telling me that I don't have it, that I'm fine. I've just heard from folks that if you truly do have it, that it's really unlike anything that you've ever experienced before. And to me, this really just feels like the regular flu, and it just hit me out of the blue. I just have a feeling that I've just overdone it, and it's really given me the opportunity to really reassess my work schedule. And so for those who have already booked readings with me, of course, I'm working very diligently to make sure that you receive your reading on time, which is why we've had to put personal readings on hold on my website until the 24th so that I can work through the bookings that I already do have at this time. So that's all for now, guys. Thank you so very much. I really just wanted you to thank you from the very bottom of my heart. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And so let's dive right into your reading. Hello, Virgo. This is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts with your love and life reading for the second half of June from the 16th through the 30th. General reading as always, guys. It's not going to resonate with every single person. So please do take from this whatever makes sense for you and release the rest. If you're interested in your own personal private reading at this time, I have had to put it on hold through the 24th just to give me a little bit of a breather so I can catch up on the personal readings I already had scheduled before I ended up getting sick. But you can still visit the website. You can still book a reading at this time, and we'll go ahead and schedule you after the 24th. All right, guys? And of course, I'll include a link to all of the card decks that you see here today, Virgo. So these are the two card decks that I've chosen for the focus messages this time around, both by two amazing soul sisters. The first is by Fire Witch Tarot, WTF is the problem. And this one is called Divine Domestic Soul Connections, Challenged Relationship Messages by Angelic Revelation 144. So we're definitely going to be tapping into some challenges and obstacles that are preventing you and your person from coming together at this time. So let's see, what's the issue? Angels and spirit guides, please, for Virgo. This can be, of course, for cross watchers as well, anyone else who's been guided to tune into this reading. All right, Virgo. What's the problem here, guys? Let's grab this one here. Don't tell them what you're up to. Sometimes it's good to leave a little bit of mystery as to what it is that you are up to in your life. Let's grab another. Here we fucking go again. I just ended up doing a reading for Gemini, and they ended up getting, if I don't screw this up, I believe their message was same story, different day. And that's kind of what I'm picking up for that message. Here we fucking go again. Same story, different day. So we'll see how that all ties in together, Virgo, if that is what that's referring to. So we'll grab a couple cards from the Divine Domestics deck to add to this. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Virgo. All right, let's take a look and see what's contributing to the challenges between you and your person. Guided to this one here. I feel like I have been fighting for your life, for you to not only stay alive, but for you to be your authentic self and to thrive. I want to see you embrace your dreams and fly free from everything that has been holding you back. So ultimately, Virgo, all you want for this person is for them to just have the best in life, to have a good life. You want them to literally thrive and do well for themselves in all areas of their life. So let's grab one more. You say that I am your divine true love and that I am always on your mind. I don't understand how you could have then ghosted, ignored, and even blocked me so much over the years. There are times when you have denied my existence so much that I felt the pain might only end if I no longer existed. Oh my God. That is some deep stuff, Virgo. If this is what you've been dealing with, damn. Okay, we're going to have to add some additional guidance to that, of course. But that's what's coming through from that deck. It is a challenge, that's for sure. And that's what we're tapping into for this reading, Virgo. But let's see if we can get rid of these challenges and obstacles when it comes to your partnership, your relationships, and even how it's affecting your life overall. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Virgo. In love and life, second half of June. What's contributing to the challenges and obstacles in your life? We do have unconditional innocence, support, whole heart. And maybe that's all you're needing from this person, Virgo, and maybe you didn't get it. Because, I mean, it takes two people for a relationship to work. You know, I mean, and if you're fighting all by yourself to salvage a partnership, that's not going to work. It takes the effort from two people. So it makes sense that this is the next card. Letting go, releasing, walking away, moving on. Because you can't make it work all on your own. Especially if they've ghosted you and if they've blocked you and if they are ignoring you. You know, there's only so much that you could do on your own, Virgo. And so maybe you finally got to the point where you had to put a stop to it and find peace within yourself and to just move on. We have limit. You definitely reached your limit, Virgo. That final straw, overload, breaking point. I feel you love this person, but you're not a doormat. You know, you're not going to allow yourself to continually be disrespected and to just not be treated right. We do have a heart song, inner knowing, telepathy, intuition. There might also be particular songs you hear that remind you of the connection of this person. You guys might also be communicating in the 5D telepathically. And even if they have ghosted, ignored, and blocked you, I feel still that wasn't enough to stop the telepathic communication. So I'm really feeling here, Virgo, that you still got your point across. You could have also been the one that walked away from this person and blocked them. You know, also if they were the type that were keeping tabs on you, regardless of whether you guys were together or not, they might have distanced themselves from you. It doesn't really matter who walked away from who. It's just that what I'm feeling here is that despite the distance, they might have still been keeping tabs on you, more than likely on social media, just to see what's going on with your life. You know, they could also be very nosy and just curious. And maybe you put a stop to that. You know, don't tell them what you're up to. You could have blocked them to the point where they just could no longer see what you were doing, what you were up to, who you were seeing. We have clashing coming through too. Differences, incompatibility, conflict. So it could have been too, after a while, you guys were just clashing and weren't getting along. Too many differences between the two of you. But we also have this fixated energy coming forward from this. Only you, fixated, attached, hypnotized. And the thing that I'm getting here is once you maybe got rid of your social media presence or block them to where they really just couldn't keep tabs on you, they couldn't keep an eye on you anymore, then all of a sudden it's like they became obsessed with wanting to figure out what was going on. We have unspoken, so there's a lot that you guys haven't been able to express to one another. There are definitely regrets tied into this, and maybe you just were really disappointed with how things played out. They were disappointed too. And then you might have been dealing with somebody who got sidetracked, delays, distractions, change. And you could also be dealing with a runner here. Yeah, there's that ghosting energy, ghosting, disappearing, invisible. And that's exactly what this card says. You say that I'm your divine true love and that I am always on your mind. I don't understand how you could have then ghosted, ignored, and even blocked me. So they're kind of contradicting themselves. It's like, okay, you're the love of my life, but I'm going to run away from you right now. I don't want you to see me. I don't want to be found. I'm just going to make myself scarce. And that's it. You know, some of you guys too might be dealing with somebody who was sidetracked by other people, other relationships, third-party situations. So let's see. Let's see what else is the issue here tied into this connection. This is the Pining Rose Volume 2 deck by my dear friend Amy of Calico Moon. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Virgo. What else do we need to know in love and life, second half of June? What else is challenging you? What are the obstacles? We do have a reincarnation here, though, Virgo. This is a relationship that might actually come back to life. But look at this. We've got suppressed, and there's a reason why that's coming through. Because remember, we have unspoken. There's a lot of suppressed feelings here that you're holding in, and they might be doing the same. Look at this next card. The 1111 card is a card of twin flames, of wishes that have the capability of coming true, letting you know that you are on the right path in your life, perhaps, finally. We also have danger, shadows, cycles, look at this. And then we have social media and confusion. So what I'm picking up from your person, Virgo, is the moment you stopped giving them access to your life, it's almost like they didn't know what the hell to do with themselves. All of a sudden, you weren't on social media, or you just weren't sharing as much as you used to, and that confused them. You know, it's like, what's going on? Like, what are they doing? Or what are you doing? And it wasn't so cut and dry after a while because they couldn't keep tabs on what was happening in your life. And then we've got this danger card right next to this 1111 card, which is such a beautiful energy. And so it's such a contradiction to this danger card right next to it. And the danger card is right next to shadows. So I just feel here that your person has to do some shadow work on themselves. And it's falling right below inner knowing, telepathy, and intuition. You know, maybe they finally realized that if they don't get their act together, if they don't get their shit together, they're in danger of losing you once and for all. That if they don't stop ghosting you and ignoring you, that's the end of the road. And with this clashing energy, the differences between the two of you is what's keeping you both in the shadows for now. This is a cycle that needs completion. It's a heavy cycle. Oh my God, no pun intended. Oh my God. Scratch that. It's a cycle that needs to come to an end. One cycle needs to phase out in order to have a new cycle that brings about a new beginning. Whether that new beginning, Virgo, is something that you offer yourself or a new beginning that you both can have together. And if you're dealing with a runner who's just ghosting you, let them. If they want to walk away, let them. If they want to move on, let them. Because the angels are coming through to let you know that regardless of what they're doing, you're on the right path in your life. All right, so let's add to this with some tarot messages. This is the Psychic Tarot by John Holland. Let's take a look and see. Virgo, what else? What else needs to come through here? Aside from a heavy cycle. God, I can't believe I said that. All right, angels and spirit guides for Virgo and love and life, second half of June. Let's see if we can get rid of these challenges and obstacles. That is if you're even open to coming back together with this person, or you could just move in a whole different direction. Okay, we've got the disruption card, which is the Tower, but it's coming up in the reverse. That's how I'm going to have to read it. Okay, and then we have a reversed Two of Swords. All right, so two cards coming up in the reverse. The Tower in reverse is a disaster that's avoided, or a delayed disaster. It's also someone who's going through this fear of suffering, like they're afraid to suffer, literally. And it's also tapped into arguments and misunderstandings, which I feel you guys have certainly had. And then the Two of Swords in the upright is mental conflict, because there's a stalemate right there. This is tapped into air energy for some of you. Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini might be your person, but it is coming up reversed. That's how we're going to read it. So this is confusion right here, which we already pick up from your person. They're confused right now. So if they're confused, maybe they're having second thoughts over walking away, over ghosting you, ignoring you. They're having second thoughts is what I'm feeling here. My feminines, you're coming through, not only with the High Priestess energy, but you're also coming through as the Empress. So you are relying on your intuition at this time. You're just trying to follow your gut, and it's serving you well, because you're on the right path here to make your wishes come true. Whether this person ever gets their act together or not, you're going to be okay. The Empress can represent a mother figure. You could have children with this person. This is also giving you the capability to manifest. This is manifestation of growth in your life, Virgo. Your life and your love life. They're both really good cards. The intuition card, the High Priestess card here, though, is letting you know that it's very important for you to follow your gut, your intuition, what it's telling you. Follow your heart. And don't do anything hastily. It's a time to wait. It's a time to just take things slow and reassess where things are in your life right now. And it's also a time for you to just be kind to yourself. Because the future, when it comes to these two cards, in addition to the 1111 card, that to me is an indication for you personally, Virgo, that things are looking up. You're not running away from anything. You're not running away from your person. You're not running away from your problems. You're facing it. they might be running away from it, which I feel they are, because they're ghosting you, obviously. They're coming through as a runner rather than sticking it out and working through the issues, working through the challenges. They've decided to detach and walk away, which is their choice. That's their prerogative. But you have that choice too. And I just feel here that you're doing the work on yourself to get yourself onto this right path, which I feel you might already be on right now. We have the Nine of Cups, which is fulfillment of wishes, you see? 1111, make a wish. Whatever it is that you're wishing for has the capability of coming true. When it comes to your person, because this is water energy, you might be dealing with a water sign here. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. This is wish fulfillment. This is also somebody who might have a drinking problem also. But look at this. Not only do we have the Empress, we've got the Emperor coming in. So maybe my masculines will get their act together. They might be a little bit confused right now, but eventually come forward towards the feminine, doing the right thing, going after what they desire, to be able to manifest their goals, their dreams. This is somebody who knows what they want. And if you're feminine, Virgo, then your masculine knows that they want you still. They might have dropped the ball. They might have really ended up hurting you. But maybe now, they're ready to stop running. That's coming through for some of you. Having dealt with a runner, and maybe they're just tired of running. Ready to run back towards you if you will let them. And I just feel here that there's a lot that has not been expressed between the two of you, but this is a relationship that can go through this reincarnation. So yeah, it may have fizzled out. It may have just been dead in the water, but you guys can revive this and bring it back to life. We do have the Five of Swords coming through here. This is conflict and defeat. So I feel you guys have really gone through something quite difficult here. Very tense connection at one point in time. They could also be very sneaky. They could have cheated on you. There could have been outside influences. But somebody who's coming through, especially a masculine who's coming towards the feminine as an emperor, is somebody who means business. They don't want to play anymore. They know what they want. They're going to come after it. And they're ready to go and get it, No more games, no more messing around, no more third-party situations. They're ready to make your wish come true. And the Magician is here to help you do that, help you both do this. And then we have the World card, which is beautiful, that Universe card coming through. And the last card is Harmony. This is our Lovers card, which represents Gemini in traditional tarot. So the Magician is here picking up off of more air energy. This is someone who takes charge of a situation, somebody who is not afraid to go after what it is that they want, ready and willing to take the risk that's necessary to bring this back together. There's some sort of danger zone or danger sign that they have to get past, but I feel with the energy of the Magician, they can overcome whatever this danger and shadow represents. Now, the Magician is somebody who comes back to you, Virgo. It is a rekindled partnership, but if they were being sneaky before, you just got to make sure they're not coming towards you as somebody who's sneaky still. That needs to phase out. That's a part of that cycle that you need to be mindful of. By the time they come back to you or reach out to you asking for a second chance, they need to be exactly sure that what it is that they want to manifest is a solid commitment towards you. And there's a really good chance that that can happen because the Magician definitely is indicative of a very positive outcome in a relationship. You guys might have to switch directions and change things up, but that's okay, because you yourself, Virgo, you're on the right path now. You know what it is that you want as well. You know where it is that you want to end up in the future. And I feel your person might finally be getting to the point where they get it. They understand it now. And if they're not quite there, based off of what's coming through here, the progression of the cards, there might still be a really good chance that eventually they're going to get their act together. Because it takes two people to fight for a relationship. They need to want the best for you as well. They need to be coming towards you as their true authentic self, which is exactly what that card is referring to. They need to want the best for themselves and to want the best for the two of you together. And then you've got the World card right next to it. So this is that cycle that needs completion. One door needs to close in order to open up the next door. This is triumph. This is peace. This is happiness. This is your love life as well as your life finally going well. Everything's falling into place. Some of you guys might decide to start a new job, change careers, get a new home. Money matters, looking pretty good. It gives you and your person the opportunity to start over, with this reincarnation, a second chance to love each other, to be together. But this time around, the foundation of your relationship is a lot stronger and it's more solid. So the Lover's card is here to ensure that that decision to come together is made. No more procrastinating, no more ghosting, no more ignoring each other or blocking each other. For the two of you to come together to bring harmony back into the relationship, a decision has to be made to be able to make that happen. And the Magician is here to help that along, to manifest that reunion between the two of you. This is a very deep spiritual bond between two people. The attraction definitely still here. The sexual energy, the physical connection is also here. So maybe they tried to run, Virgo, but they couldn't run forever. And part of that realization that you represent that one person that truly understands them, that gets them, that loves them. I feel still that this might surprise you as to how this is all going to work itself out. Maybe you got to the point where you just gave up. Especially if they made you feel that they just gave up on the partnership, that you didn't even exist in their eyes. The tables have turned, I feel. The tables have turned. So let's add to this with some romance angels. Angels and spirit guides for Virgo in love and life, second half of June. And love and romance, especially. Healing family issues, okay? Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. Some of you guys could have had not the most ideal example of a good, healthy relationship growing up. You could have been witness to a parent who cheated on another parent. You might be holding some resentment from that. And however way this is presenting itself, it needs healing. We have calling in your soulmate, Virgo. You're calling this person in. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. And I feel in time, that can happen. This person is your true love. This is the romance of a lifetime, but in the meantime, you got to work on you, work on loving yourself. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. Absolutely. Yeah, that's a part of that 1111 energy, knowing that you are on the right path. Whatever wish means most to your heart, you have the potential to make it happen. The attraction between you and this person, despite the challenges, that did not go away. Now, part of the challenge for some of you is that someone was married, okay? That prevented two people from coming together. And therefore, there was infidelity, third-party situations. This, however, also represents future energies of what could be. Moving forward between you and this individual is a future marriage, building a life together. You both need the opportunity to just be able to sit down and have these heart-to-heart conversations, honestly discuss your feelings with each other. Somebody needs to take that first step to express how they're feeling, whether it's you, whether it's them, or both of you together. Express your love, just say it. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. If there were trust issues, that needs to be restored here. The situation's calling for you to have faith. If you believe in this connection, if they believe in this connection, then it can come back together. You guys could have certainly connected in a past life. Yes, you have known each other before, and the last card is a reconciliation, Virgo. So there's a really good chance that this can still come full circle and bring you guys back together. Not impossible. It's not impossible. It's here. All right, guys, so let's add to this with some Lovers Oracle messages, and then we'll grab some dialogue here. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Virgo. Let's grab this bottom. What do we have? Surrender, yeah. And then we have soulmate. Okay, surrender. At times, we must surrender the old before something new can enter our lives. Let go and all will work out. Yeah. Sometimes you just have to hand it over to the universe and just surrender it. Let it go. You know, like I was saying earlier, if they want to walk away, let them. If they want to ghost you, let them. If they want to ignore you, let them. Because you're handing it over to the universe to move whatever mountains need to be moved to bring it back together for you. And there is a very good chance that it can. We've got reincarnation. We've got reconciliation presenting itself here. You also have the soulmate card, Virgo. Your soulmate is already with you in spirit. Believe this and they will manifest physically. So there's a really good chance that this can manifest itself. And remember, you've got the energy of the magician here, which is all about manifestation. And then we have emotions are a natural and necessary part of life, but they can also distort your perception and cloud your vision. In order to see things clearly, you must let go of resentment. And it's true. That's another thing that needs to be released and let go of. Okay? All right, guys. So let's grab some dialogue messages here. I've been using this deck. It's by White Rose Guidance, the Divine Love Messages deck. So let's give you guys the opportunity to speak here, Virgo. Some of these words are from you to your person. Some of these words are from your person to you. So let's take a look and see what needs to be expressed here. Angels and spirit guides for Virgo in love and life. Okay, bottom of the deck. You are so precious to me. And maybe they really realized this after everything went to hell in the relationship. After you block them from social media, after they couldn't keep tabs on you anymore. You are so precious to me. Next one. I can never say it, but I do love you. So you might be dealing with somebody, Virgo, who really struggles with expressing what is in their heart space, but they do love you. You know, this is somebody who on the surface might be pretending to be really tough and just have that poker face that they don't give a shit, that they don't care, but deep down inside, there's that love, and they can't run from that. They can't. Next message, give in for my touch, for my taste, for my lust. I mean, the desire, the passion, the intimacy, they still want this with you. And I have a feeling, Virgo, you still want that as well. Next one, I worship your perfection. What I'm feeling here again, because remember, we have only you, fixated, attached, hypnotized. It's one of those things when we decide to finally take our power back and not put ourselves second, especially if somebody has treated us poorly. And it took you detaching yourself from them for them to realize how perfect you actually were for them. And if you guys were clashing before, if they were so nitpicky over the little differences that you guys had, telling you that it's never going to work, that you're both incompatible, when in fact, that was bullshit. You guys are actually really good for one another. And I just feel, you know, when someone's hurt, when someone's not in the best place, they tend to say things that they don't mean and just say really hurtful, stupid things. But, you know, they are coming through letting you know, Virgo, they actually see you as someone who's perfect for them. The next message, I am so sorry for not giving you the time and attention you deserve. So they're now coming through with an apology because they finally are now recognizing this within themselves. And last one, I have no words for your kindness and generosity. And that's how I feel, Virgo, for some of you guys, that you've always been so giving to this person, giving of yourself, giving of your time, even giving of gifts or money to be able to help this person. You've always been very generous, always very kind, and maybe they just did not reciprocate that back then. And they're apologizing for perhaps how they've been and not appreciating you when they had you. And they are finally realizing that they're in danger of losing you forever, truly, if they don't do what's right, if they aren't able to tell you how they feel, if they aren't able to communicate with you openly and honestly and really tell you how they're feeling. Because if they don't get their act together, you know, despite the chance for reconciliation, it could still be a missed opportunity for the two of you if they don't do the right thing, if they don't take action to be able to help this along. Okay, so let's add to this with some additional guidance. This is my self-created deck. It's called the HeartSpace Oracle. We're going to grab some additional dialogue from this deck, Virgo. And as always, some words coming from you to them and from them to you. Take what resonates as always. Angels and spirit guides, please, for this Virgo reading and love and life, second half of June. Who needs to speak up? What else needs to be expressed here? All right. What else needs to be expressed here, Virgo? I mean, this has not been the easiest journey between the two of you. Oh my God, this one keeps popping up. Look at this. I'm sure by now you've realized the grass wasn't greener on the other side because I was the sun that helped that shit to grow in the first place. That's coming from you, Virgo. You represent that sun. You represent that happiness, that growth, that illumination, the happy times. You represent everything good in their life, and they fucked it up, basically. The next message. I just want you to take me in your arms and hold me for an eternity. So now they're coming through, letting you know that they want forever with you. So they're asking you, when can I have you again? They definitely want you back. But they have to work for that. You need to make them work for this. Because I feel they really put you through a lot. Next message. Sometimes I remember the memories we've shared. It makes me smile, laugh, and cry. What I'd give to create new memories again. So it falls on your lap, Virgo. Are you going to allow them to come back? To make this reconciliation a reality? To create new memories? So it all comes down to this. If it's meant to be again, life will find a way. Truly. All right, guys. So let's close this out with some final messages from the Spirit Animal Oracle deck. Angels and Spirit Guides for Virgo in love and life. Second half of June. All right, guys. Let's close this out. We have Spider Spirit, make your dreams real. Number 56, interestingly enough, breaks down to an 11. You're on the right path, Virgo. You can absolutely manifest your goals and dreams with or without this person. But I have a feeling here that they have a whole lot more to lose than you do. Brown Bear Spirit, take time out. And I feel some of you are. You're just working on you. You're working on yourself, taking time to love yourself. 1111. Make your own wishes come true. You're on the right path. And it's also, as I mentioned, a twin flame card. So a lot of twin flames go into separation. And your twin flame just has some lessons to learn. And so do you. So use this time wisely, and life might just find a way to bring you guys back together. And then we have Fox Spirit. Think on your feet, which I do feel, Virgo, that's something that you naturally do already. One last one. Butterfly Spirit, transformation is beautiful. And yes, your love life, your life, it is going through a really beautiful transformation at this time. And the bottom of the deck is a Beaver Spirit. Look at that. Lay a solid foundation. That's what you're doing. I feel you're in the process of doing that already. And I just realized the Butterfly Spirit is another card that's number 11. Wow. Lay a solid foundation in all areas of your life, Virgo, and you will be quite victorious and successful. No matter how this all plays out, you're going to be okay. All right, guys, so that's where I'm going to leave this one. It's got some pretty insightful messages that are coming through here. I hope whatever part of it resonated with you, that it helps you out. And again, if you're interested in your own personal private reading, all of that info is down below in the description box. And yes, there is a bit of a delay. I have put it on hold through the 24th, but I'm now accepting bookings. We did put it on hold and just not allowing anyone else to book readings, but it's now open. You can visit the website, browse through my entire reading menu, and go ahead and book that if that's something that you're interested in. All right, guys. So thank you so much for all of the love and support, all of the get well wishes and kind words and messages while I've been out sick. I appreciate it so much. I am feeling 100% better, and I'm doing okay. So thank you so much again, and I'll be back real soon with more readings for you. Thank you so much, Virgo. Take care.